Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of American Truck Simulator. I'm starting off on this page because I want to show you right now. Um, First of all, I got a new truck, and you probably noticed a couple things right here under that TSM trucking. You notice I have a crazy amount of money. That's because I downloaded the uh, multiplayer mod for this game. They do have a multiplayer mod now. I played it the other night briefly with my friend Jacob. Uh, his channel is Jacob3942 videos. Hoping to do another one. I'd like to be able to do some recording with him. It's just going to be a matter of when we can get together to do that. So as you can see, that truck is the Kenworth W900. It's a very classic design truck. Only thing I don't like, which I wish I could change, which hopefully I'll probably change the next time I can get in game and go to a servicing shop, is I want to get rid of that. I want to get rid of that front visor. It really is kind of difficult, which you'll see um, when I get in game. But as you can tell, it's yellow because, of course, if anyone who knows me knows that that's my favorite color. So of course, naturally, I had to go with the yellow. And you've got the studio sleeper, which I will jump in. I will show some point during game here. I will show some point. The I will show you the. So again, this is a very classically designed truck. As you can tell, you have that massive air intake on the front. So we're gonna go ahead and start. Alrighty, so um, we're gonna go ahead and get going. I have a tank full of ethane, and we are going to Winnemucca in Nevada with it. I got 700 miles to go. We're in San Diego. Um, Again, really classic design, really loving it. But like I said, then the first thing that's gonna have to go, or I'm gonna have to figure out if they have a different kind of thing, is that visor is going to need to go, and I'll explain why once I get to a red light, once I get to a traffic signal, why that visor needs to go. Okay, so I'm getting to a red light, and as you can come down the hill, you really cannot see you really cannot see very well the red light. So, yeah, that really needs to go. Very interesting that we're really only spawning these W900s. Wait a minute, there's another Kenworth there. But, yeah, there's some ergonomical stuff to get used to because it has a longer hood. But overall, I am really enjoying this truck. Enjoying the heck out of this game. I really like the fact that for some reason the display is a lot easier to use in this game. Right now it shows your trip economy right now, which is, I'm sitting at 3.4 mpg, which is a little bit worse, but I just love the sound of that exhaust brake, or Jake brake. I just love that sound. So I'm going to set the cruise right at 30. It does have a cruise again. Again, like I said, this is really kind of, it's like it's one of those things where I'm going to go to a servicing shop when I can and fit a new thing. Well, that line I can see that it turned green, so that really wasn't an issue. But other times, it gets to be really an annoyance that you really can't see. You really cannot see the traffic lights, which is a big deal in these cities. Like right now, we are in Los Angeles, and we're gonna get to we're gonna get on Interstate 5 in a bit, and jump over to I-80, and then jump over to jump over to I-80 and then jump over to Winnemucca. I'm not sure how you pronounce it exactly. If anybody tells me wrong, if anybody wants to correct me, by all means, I don't mind it. And that's an amber, and that's a ticket. And that's nothing. I should have made a turn there. That was not smart of me. Alright, so I don't know how the hell I'm gonna do this without causing damage. But I'm gonna throw the truck into... Nope, I'm gonna hit my flashers, not hit my garage. Going to hit my flashers, there you go. I'm gonna get my truck out of neutral. I'm gonna do this, and I'm probably going to end up damaging my truck. Yeah, I know. This guy's really ticked off at me. Okay, I just need to go forward and probably, yep, that guy's ticked off at me. I've disturbed a construction barrel. There's a construction barrel right in the middle of the street for some reason, which is just fantastic. And right now, but no damage to either truck or trailer, which is good. Clearly that has to simulate some sort of construction street, which isn't a bad thing, really. Alright, we're at a T-junction. I'm gonna make a... I'm noticing that I've had to make some really wider turns with this particular rig. But it is what it is in this game. Very driver-oriented cabin. A lot of the gauges are at the really sort of towards the driver. Okay, so we're coming up to the 5 now. The as they call it, the 5 freeway, because there's a reason why. There's a reason, and I read this. A friend of mine who lives on the West Coast told me that, you know, or he shared an article about the reason why California's West Coasters put the in front of a freeway is because it used to be, as I understand it, that you used to have that freeways used to have names, and then before the interstate system. And then it kind of came into parlance after the interstate system came along that it would just stay a particular name. Like, for example, and people just use this. People use this here in Chicago. We have Interstate 55, which is the Stevenson Expressway. We have Interstate 290, which is the Eisenhower Expressway, or the Ike, if you will. We've got the Kennedy, which is I-90-94. We have 294, which is a route that goes to the west and north of the city, which is the Tri-State Tollway. We got a couple of tollways, the North-South, or the Veterans Memorial Tollway. The Northwest Tollway, or the Jane Addams, which is a continuation of I-90. And we also have the Interstate 88, which is also known as the Ronald Reagan Memorial Tollway, or the Reagan. Confused yet? I'm sure you are. Sorry about that. But yeah, there's a rhyme and reason behind why Californians call it the 5, the 405, the 10, the 110, the 60, whatever you want, whatever they call them. You know, there's a rhyme and reason behind that. We just don't do that here. It's by name, or some people we just call it by number. I'm one of those people that just calls it by number. Or like, oh my goodness, there was a massive traffic accident on 88 this morning, or 355 was really backed up, or I really, really hate driving on 290. But yeah, I'm cruising on the highway for the first time in this truck. It says we're getting about 2.5 miles to the gallon, which I can understand why. It's not an extremely aerodynamic truck. So I foresee that we're going to have to fill it more often. But that's your water temperature and oil temperature. It says that I have 800 miles remaining, and I have 577 miles left to go. So I don't really foresee that I'm going to need to fuel up often. I mean, I'm going to need to fuel up and less with this particular... I may need to fuel up less with this rig than with the other one, but time will tell. So we are just continuing here. We are kind of in... that's 58. That's California Highway 58, so we're getting to Bakersfield. I don't know, absolutely just... There's just something about the sound of this rig that I just absolutely... I know it's noisy, I know it's incredibly loud, but I really do like it. I really do enjoy this over some of the more, crap. Wait, that truck was... I think that RV, I just may have accidentally nudged it. Oh, please pull for inspection on that way station. Alright, I'm gonna slow down a bit. I gotta slow down. I have to go to this way station, otherwise I will get a ticket for way station avoidance, and I do not want to do that. But we're gonna pull in here. Yep, I gotta stop at the scale. I know. Thanks. Thanks for reminding me I have to stop at the scale. Okay. Yep, stop at the scale. Pass the inspection. Yep, passed the inspection. Flying colors. Okay, I'm gonna turn off my blinker so it doesn't keep blinking. Do have a really nice moonroof here. It's all classically... It's all like this really old style, diamond pattern here. Here's the... Wait, where's my... Oh, wait, my truck's rolling. I'm gonna set my brake. And then you've got your... You've got your gas, you've got your gauges right here. That huge honking air cleaner. And then you've got gauges here. Fuel, to some reason, is all the way over on the right. A whole bunch of other gauges. You've got a really small... You've got a radio up top right. And then your glove box. And then... interesting little side window there. Cup holders. And I'm flying you around to this back of the sleeper. You've got some windows up here that are covered. They must have some sort of shading on them. And then really nice sleeper. Got this really cool classic like pillow pattern here. I'm gonna get back. Enough yakking, and I'm just gonna unset my parking brake here and get my truck back up to speed so I can merge back onto the highway and continue. Now that I've just now I'm just fooling you around my interior. Oh, great. You're just... Oh, okay, buddy. I don't know what you're doing. You're just sitting there waiting to merge, I guess. I guess it's not a bad thing that you're waiting to merge, but... I don't know. It's a little bit annoying, but what the heck? Well, nobody's yielding to you too, so that could be an issue. So I'm not mad at you. I don't understand. It's like it's weird. But we're just sitting here on this ramp, waiting to go, waiting for an opening because I don't want to pull out and wreck and damage my thing. I have to stop in 2 hours for a rest stop, so I'm gonna find a rest stop somewhere. Yeah, my guy's already starting to get tired and start yawning. So, let's take a look at the map. All right, there's a huge rest stop just before Huron, so I'm gonna have to pull into that here and get sleeps. I guess I could continue a little bit to... I guess I could continue a little bit more, but I do not want to risk it. So my guy's already getting tired, so I probably shouldn't risk anything. Come on, guys. I don't know what the hell's going on. This is the longest I've ever had to wait. Or is that guy just bugged? No, he's going, okay. I was afraid he was just bugged for a second or something, that there was some sort of bug in the game, but no, he's good. I don't have anybody coming in my lane, so I'm good, and I'm good. I don't want to overtake this guy yet, because I have to exit for this truck stop in a little bit, but... Another way station. Nice big, huge truck stop here that like I said, I'm gonna pull off here because my guy's starting to get tired, and I like these larger truck stops because you can actually pull off and stop without having some major issues, so that's awesome. Yep, my indicator's already starting to glow red, so I really need to be able to pull. I'm gonna pull off here. On another note here, I really kind of like this rest area. It is nice. I could pull up over here, but I am going to pull into the designated parking area. If I can. I don't want to pull... And I think I just may have pulled into the wrong thing. Fantastic. Alright. I'm going to pull over here right next to... You got this other guy in a similar looking truck to mine, holding a van type trailer. You got a guy holding some equipment, and you got a guy holding some big huge steel tube thingy. So I'm going to pull in straight here and pull straight in as straight as I can. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put my gear, put my brake on, and put my truck right into neutral, kill the engine, and get sleeps. Alright, so I have... Alright, I'm going to go ahead and turn on my roof auxiliary lights. Alright, so we got light adjustment on, and I'm going to go ahead and fire up my truck. Oh, $2,000 from my driver. I'm going to fire up that engine. I just love how it sounds. Alright, so I'm going to put on my lights and my brights. Lights and brights. Up if you had your brakes on. Have your brakes off, dumbass. Okay, so I'm gonna signal. Sound overlap just there. Alrighty, we are gonna go ahead and enter the highway. I love that there's this huge fence here supporting dividing the highway. It's pretty interesting. I just love the sound of this truck. I absolutely love it. Alright, it's 5:09. We've got 500 miles to go. I've already covered about 200 miles. No damage on the truck. I got about 12 hours until I have to hit my destination. I've got about 14 hours remaining. And I should get there in about 12. Provided I don't run into any issues, except the fact that I'm speeding right now. And there's a cop right there, and if I pass him, I am going to get the woo 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 treatment. There's another cop. I'm slowing way down. more down than I probably should. Oh, and there's an end hole. Um, yep, they couldn't, for whatever reason, they couldn't trademark an end hole. That's another thing. There's a lot of people on like Facebook and stuff complaining about why don't they have Macs and why don't they have freaking internationals? Why don't they have this? And like, as I understand it, the issue is they could only get so much licensing for vehicles, and apparently doing a truck game like this with American trucks, it's a lot harder than you'd evidently think to be able to get licensing. As I understand it from some of the Let's Players I've watched that have been kind of, following the process for a while, it is not that easy to get. It's kind of an unknown thing to get licensing for, like, American trucks, so it's like the best thing that they were able to give us was Kenworth and Peterbilt, which is fine. Kenworth and Peterbilt are both from the same company. They're both PACCAR, a company called PACCAR, for those who don't know. So it probably made sense to get both of them to get a licensing from PACCAR. I mean, you're dealing with one company, which is just a lot easier, and then you're just trying to deal with multiple ones. Then you're trying to deal with like Mac and Volvo and Navistar, which I kind of don't understand about Volvo because they have Volvos in ETS too. But you know what? I'm gonna take my victories where I can get them. Again, this game was $20. I feel like I'm getting a lot for $20, and they're gonna be releasing more states soon. They're gonna be releasing California, and this was a stock truck. This was not a mod. This was a stock truck. But yeah, essentially, yeah. So that's where we're at right now. With okay, I don't need to run my. I don't need to run my brights right now, so I won't. Let's see. So I've pretty much explored most of the map. Hopefully, like I said, I mean, as I understand, they're going to release Arizona soon. They're taking. I have to give SCS Software a lot of respect for really doing a lot to make this game. They really have they've really hit it out of the park, and I really loved Euro Truck Sim 2, and hopefully someday I'll do more with that. I don't know, right now I'm just loving American Truck and seeing what's coming out with that, and I'd like to be able to do more, but again, more states are going to come out in due time. I'm not going to rush them or give them crap about it because they're really doing a pretty bang-up job. The only thing is this truck gets a little bit less mileage than the more aerodynamic Peterbilt that I had. But, honestly, it's a freaking less aerodynamic truck. It's a more... They didn't... there's a reason they have aerodynamic trucks, and, that's just your prerogative. One thing I find interesting on this particular truck are the windshield wipers. I'm going to operate them for you. They are more of like a folded-in design like you'd get on a minivan. Turn them off. Interesting though, I haven't really seen much rain yet in this game, but I'm sure it'll come. I don't even know what my rain probabilities turned up to, but I will figure that out on a time that's not today. We were just getting to Stockton. Another thing I just realized that again, that visor is gonna need to go. It's really hindering visibility. It's not like you really need it for signs like Stockton, because I can see on my sat-nav, I'm talking like a European, I can see on my GPS My nav system, thank you. That, yeah, I'm approaching Stockton, so it's like I don't really need a sign. It's nice to have, however. So I'm approaching Stockton right now. I'm getting 3 miles to the gallon, 3.9, 4 miles to the gallon, 4 miles to the gallon. That's pretty respectable. I mean, it's a huge, heavy diesel truck. What do you expect, honestly? I'm gonna slow down. That express van, that Chevy Express van was. Oh, now he's just switching lanes. He's just being weird now. All right, Sacramento, Sacktown. And I'm going to slow down because that's a 40-mile-an-hour speed zone, and I see some orange coming up, which means we are getting into construction. I'm going to set my cruise, and oh, it's going to go 55, and it's going to go 35. So I'm just going to put my cruise down to I'm going to put my cruise down, and we're going to go right back up to 55. Sacramento, California's capital city, home of the Sacramento Kings. Let's see, state capitals. I've been to a few of them. Lincoln, Nebraska, because my sister went to college in Lincoln, Nebraska. So state capital of Nebraska. I've been or passed through them. So let's see. Nebraska, Denver, Colorado. I had a flight change there once. Springfield, went to Springfield a couple years ago. Springfield, Illinois. Indianapolis, Indiana. Nashville, Tennessee. I've passed through. So we're at 5 states now that I visited their capitals. Atlanta, Georgia. Tennessee. Okay, so 6 states that I visited their capitals. I'm trying to think. No, wait. Okay, 7. Okay, so we're at 7 now because I've passed through Madison, Wisconsin. So we're at 7. I can't think of any other state that I've been to and seen their capital yet. I mean, I'm not talking about just Google Maps Street View. Those are the only states that I've been to their capitals. So, and I'm talking about in real life, not just virtually. So that's interesting. But yeah, yeah, Des Moines. I'm realizing I'm going really, really slow here. This is not good. I really need to get up to the speed of traffic because people are just passing me. I'm sitting there rambling on and on about state capitals, and I got people passing me like crazy. But we're on Interstate 80 now. We're heading up through. We're gonna head through Reno in a bit on this journey. I was worried when I got this game about whether or not it would work on my computer. So far, it's working pretty well. It's working just as well as ETS2 did, which is no surprise to me because they run on the same engine. So I really wasn't expecting a whole lot. We're passing Truckee. So we're kind of getting into that Sierra Nevada area right there. Fuel. Let's look at my... Kind of don't like the fact that my fuel gauge is all the way over. I gotta let these camper vans in. Go, just go, go, go! That'd be nice and let those campers in. So we're gonna go ahead and try to build up the speed a little bit here. has 463 miles, interestingly enough. 462 miles left, and it says I have 96 gallons left, which is a huge friggin' tank. I want to say this is like a 200-gallon fuel tank. And we're entering Nevada. 80-mile-an-hour speed limit. I want to see what this truck can do. Truck now that I've got a bigger truck, more engine and stuff. See what this baby can do. Right now I'm in 16th gear. I'm running an 18-speed transmission in this baby. And frame drops, yay! Frame rate drops, woohoo! 62 miles an hour. So we're, 80 is the truck limit. To me that's a little crazy, but what do I know? I'm not going to pretend I know a whole lot about, I'm not going to pretend I know a whole lot about that stuff, so I'll just deal with it. But yeah, we are into Nevada. We are coming. Ooh, there's a really cool railroad tunnel over the right there. Oh shit! I wasn't sure that I was going to handle that curve very, very well at all, but I handled it. I kind of panicked for a second. Alright, so we're going. I'm gonna see if I can downshift and see if that helps a little bit. Okay, I'm gaining a little bit on the speed here by shifting down a gear, 16th gear. Alright, so we are running now. I think that was my problem. I was really running in a lower gear, so we're gonna... But the problem is I don't want to be running this thing right at 70, 80 miles an hour. Reason being is I know that I'm gonna have to come up on a couple of stops in a little bit. Okay, this is 65 because we were running right into Reno. Including we have an at-grade stop in a second, so I'm gonna be cautious here. I'd rather err on the side of caution and not hit myself or anything. Hit any vehicles or anything, so... Oh, frame droppage in the tunnel, that's so fun. Anyway, we are just coming out of that tunnel. That's just fine. I got a car. I got a truck. That's a Volvo. He wants to get over. Traffic's so fun. Okay, I'm gonna back off and try to let this guy in. Be a good road user. Just go, dude. And here's that at-grade intersection I was talking about. Just pumping my brakes. Gonna slow it down. Okay, well it's a green light, so I don't really have to go. Alright, that's 580. Wait a minute, Winnemucca. I could have taken that, but... Am I even going? Yep. Oh, I could have taken that, but I didn't. Oh, so much for a green light. Alright, so we are at 81 gallons, 288 miles left. I have 100 miles left. I will probably fill up before I go on my next run. Wherever that's going to be, I don't know. But we're going to see what happens. Alright, we are just going to go along. Okay, I'm going to shift low. I'm going to shift right before I get to red line, try to get as much mileage out of this rig as I can. So I'm just shifting here. Alright, we're coming out of Reno. If if there's an actual scale map, we'd be probably getting into the suburbs, like the suburb of Sparks. My sister very briefly had a college roommate from Reno for about, literally about like a week or two, had this roommate, and then she decided, my sister said she wanted a room all to herself. So she ended up, like, for the past few first year she had a roommate, second year, and then like the third and fourth year she had a room all to herself, which worked out fine. I went to a community college, so I never had to deal with college roommates. So 65 miles an hour, right at the limit. That was a really cool roadster that we just passed. Really cool, or convertible roadster, whatever you want to call it, that we just passed. We're at 65 miles an hour. I got 100 miles left. This is one of my most favorite parts, when you're just counting down into the double digits of your drive in the ATS games. You know, it's not that I don't like it, it's just that, like, oh my goodness, we're almost to the end. This is really cool. So, here we go. We're just coming out on 80. Should get there at about 342 in game. It's 126. And it says we've officially left Reno. We're just heading straight for Winnemucca. You press I to go through the modes. It says I've got my cruising speed right at 65. You do have a clock. And I have my trip econ, which is set 4.5, which is saying 4.5 mpg. Which is nice. I'm coming down on the hills, so I'm probably going to get higher or lower, depending. And then my water temp and oil temp, which says I'm at 188 degrees and 197 on the oil. And then it goes back to your fuel, speed, clock. I'm just going to keep it on my economy, because I like to see what I'm getting for economy. I gotta say, they really did a really bang-up job on these rigs. They did such a great job. I gotta stay in my lane. I'm driving in 2 lanes. That is no bueno. I'm at 65. It's another cop just passed me. Okay, I'm gonna slow down because this guy's clearly moving slower than I am, and the speed limit here is 80. So I can understand. There is nothing out here, so I can kind of understand why they don't have really crazy speed limits compared to, say, okay, my fuel gauge is, okay, that's 3 gauges to the right of the steering wheel, so we are getting to probably about quarter tank of fuel, and that's Winnemucca. We are 18 miles away, just like that. We are 18 miles away from our destination. Okay, I'm gonna have to probably take next exit. Okay, it's not, wait, there's no exit here, so it's gonna be that first interchange up ahead, just right past these drums. Right past this shoulder lane construction. God, I love that air brake. I love everything about this truck. Not that visor, like I said, that visor's going. As soon as I can get this rig to a repair shop, that visor is going to be going. This is the first time you're going to be seeing that visor on a recording, and it's going to be the first and the last time you see that visor. It's going. As soon as I can get to a repair shop. Okay, we got to stop in here. Oh, I did not want that. I didn't want the big map. Okay, so we're going to stop here. We're going to put my gear down here, and we're going to... Alright, so we got to make a left here. We're going to make a right-hand turn, and I'm going to pull out. Whoa. Pull it slow. I'll pull it slow. Alright, going to keep a little wide to the left, but I'm going to get back in my lane, which is good. And we've entered the city, Winnemucca. The guy hauling friggin' big, rolly thingies. I don't know what the fuck else to call it. Alright, so we got a fuel stop here. Well, I'm kind of okay on fuel. See, in town, I'm doing like almost 5 mpg. Yeah, even that visor just looks ridiculous when you're looking at through the hood mirror. That just looks ridiculous. Donkulous, man. Alright, we're coming up on our drop off here in a minute. Less than a minute. I got a signal and intent here. Alright, so this looks like a refinery of some sort here. We're gonna pull in and do the same thing we do normally, which is just park in a spot. Alright, so we're gonna handle the playing it safe and get the 15 XP. So it looks like our pull-in space is just pretty much straight ahead. So I'm gonna gear down a lot here. I don't see myself needing to be anything lesser than 5th right now. I don't see myself needing to be, and I don't need to auto park. I just need to line my rig up just right. Pull in between these two poles here. Pull in a little bit more. Alright, cool. Ah, shoot. A little bit. Alright, brake. Reverse so it quits beeping at me and disconnect. Yes, I did it. 701 miles. And we got ourselves 23k. And got ourselves some nice XP. Hazmat Class 2, level 10 proficiency, 701 miles. That was awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead. Oh, 2% damage. How the heck did I manage that? Winnemucca to El Centro, Barstow. You know what? I don't think we've been to Barstow. Fresno, San Fran, Bakersfield, Santa Cruz. Honestly, money doesn't matter at this point. I don't know. Well, you know what? We'll figure that out on another day. I'm gonna go ahead and set my truck to a. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go to an. Okay, we are gonna go ahead and go to a shop. We're gonna go ahead and set our GPS to a shop. I have no idea how the heck I'm getting out of here. I assume safely. I'm gonna have to reverse. I'm gonna have to do some crazy maneuvering here. Alright, so I'm gonna reverse. So I'm gonna pull up here a little bit and try to reverse straight. Oh, damn it. Oh, just cleared it. Just cleared it. Alright, we're gonna... if I move this rig over to the left and try pulling it straight back, I might be able to do it. Alright, did it. I done diddly did it! Alright, now, fun part. Alrighty guys, sorry about that. For some reason, my game decided it wanted to crash. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to end the episode right here. I thank you all so... Let me turn off that stupid thing so it doesn't beep. I'm going to turn off the truck, too. Alrighty guys, well, I thank you all so very, very much for watching. And, take care.